class has produced a lot of strong players, but Shaq, I want your prediction. Who's going to walk away with Rookie of the Year?
Ernie, I don't believe you asked me that question. So far, the way he's played, got to be AI. You could debate rookie eligibility and all that blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
He's the best new player in the league, period, comma, hashtag.
Oof. Well, blah,
Exclamation point.
exclamation point.
Question mark.
No doubt. Blah, blah.
Parentheses.
Minus.
Ooh.
Asterisk.
The tic-tac-toe box.
No, that's a hashtag.
That's a
Oh, hashtag.
You lose.
You lost.
You lose. He
Well,
lost.
I know. Well, I'd like
He
to give you
lost.
a different name, Ernie.
I don't care. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Okay.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Portland, Oregon, as the Trail Blazers take it to the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they won their last contest, that game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Whether life or sports, that's all you can do. Stay committed to your brand of basketball and let the chips fall where they may.
It's got a nice clean game, huh?
And Portland starts out with the ball. You know, certain teams, Chris, look fantastic during the regular year, but once they get to the playoffs, they really struggle. They can't seem to find themselves. Why is that?
Well, one thing is that certain teams are just built to win regular season games. You can hone in on a team for 7 games. Can they make an adjustment? Can they play together? In the playoffs, you need star power that's working together. You need everyone on the same page. What you did during the season no longer works in the playoffs. How can the coaches, how can your teammates, how can you make everyone better and adjust at the same time? If you're lacking in any area, you're vulnerable.
They become exposed, no?
You become exposed because what you do every night may not be an advantage against the team that you're about to play in a 7-game stretch. Yeah, definitely. Teams are vulnerable. You have to hone in and again be the best version of you so you can adapt to any situation in that game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Luwawu is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's George in at the small forward position. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. McCollum finds Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Skilled at utilizing the pick and roll to his advantage. Nurkic moves very well in these sets.
Lillard against Westbrook. Knocks it loose and stolen by Lillard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Back to McCollum. And the pass to Aminu. A 3-ball. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And over his career, Aminu really has improved his three-point shot. I mean, the defense has to honor him.
And George kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Back to George. Westbrook against Lillard. 5 to shoot. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got his second bucket.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now, here's Lillard. He had 28 points in the win against Memphis.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
And here's Westbrook. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Westbrook passes to George. Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Grant. And he overshot that one, missing.
He's got to be wondering how he missed that. I mean, he had all the space in the world.
And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Westbrook finds Grant out to the wing. Passes it to Westbrook. Back to Grant. Up again.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Here's A-Train. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Memphis. Pass to Aminu to the left wing. Over George. Aminu misses.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot on.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
Oh, that's blocked.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time in the defensive game.
Grant surveying the D. Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by McCollum. Money from the wing. McCollum's got 5 minutes.
Great timing from McCollum. Outstanding at filling out the D and burning them with a catch and shoot, Jay.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Nurkic with the block. And here they come from past the arc. But they recover it. Here's A-Train, defended by George. Here's A-Train, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris, you've played against the Blazers and in Portland so many times in your career. Explain the love the city has for this terrific team.
Well, Portland actually was my favorite arena to play. I love the floor, the seats, the lighting there. I just love playing there. I mean, the city lives and dies with the Blazers. They have crazy, die-hard fans there in Rip City. I mean, very few teams have a devoted fan base as a Blazers do.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
Now Westbrook, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Outside for Felton. Lillard against Westbrook. Just 4 to shoot. Lob pass to George. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's A-Train, defended by George. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play, maybe the charge call, but guys never think they were moving.
Catching up on the changes for Portland, Nick Stauskas comes in for C.J. McCollum, and Baldwin subbed in for Damian Lillard. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's A-Train. No good that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Abrinas. He's guarded by Collins. Abrinas kicks to George. Fires from 18. And that's good off the glass that time.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Pass to Baldwin. Dishes it to Stauskas. Just 5 to shoot. A shot. It's hauled in by Paul George.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Portland leading by 4. Here's A-Train. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Felton attacking. And Noel kicks to Abrinas. Oklahoma City moving it around. A nice shot by George.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or your players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans in the city and players, members of the organization is very strong, and so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust, because that new team wants you and needs you back.
Good insult. That one goes in.
Look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
And so it's Felton who will bring it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2. Collins against Patterson. And George with the stuff.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Here's A-Train. 5 points in the game. Collins kicks to Baldwin. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Noel. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Paul George. 8th in steals, 9th in scoring, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and three-point shooting.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Dwayne Dedman, and it's Swanigan in for Zach Collins. There's the pass to A-Train. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. A-Train's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. Felton kicks to George. Fade away. Shot clock reset for Oklahoma City.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here this summer.
Connects from three-point range. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And here is Felton. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Got lucky, son.
Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired.
My inspiration really came from my mother, you know.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. And small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the two-spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, A-Train in the last game against the Grizzlies delivered a performance for the ages. He finished with 36 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He put up...
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
On the free throw, no good. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Here's Westbrook over Collins, and that one's good. Westbrook's got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
McCollum with the ball. 11 points last game. And George gives the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Portland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the dunk is always the king of the highlight reel. We know it comes easy if you're 6'10". Or bigger, but Chris, there are little guys who can get up there and slam it down hard too.
I'll tell you what, Westbrook absolutely scares me when he dunks the ball because Westbrook thinks he's 7 foot tall and tries to dunk like it every time. So I love watching him attack the rim. How about Dennis Smith Jr.? His miss in the dunk contest last year was one of the most exciting dunks I've seen in a long time. Eric Bledsoe, Terry Rozier. I mean, these guys, they attack the rim fearlessly, and they're going to posterize you if you're a big fella sleeping on their hops.
Now here's Noel. Dedmon defending. Here's Llewellyn. He's guarded by Collins. Adams. Stolen by McCollum. Passes it to A-Train. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Llewellyn. Here's Noel. He is guarded by McCollum. And it's Noel missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City where they were able to handle the Thunder.
Yeah, dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
Well, that got them a lot of extra possessions, and they made them count. I mean, that game is a runaway.
So he gets them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Pass to Noel. To the left side wing. Oklahoma City moving it around. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's good. 2 points. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
For three, Westbrook. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. A-Train with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense because what they've been doing so far is not working.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And now a good time to look at our power rankings through the last part of winter. Taking a look at Utah. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, right now for the Trailblazers, they still go out and compete every night. Unfortunately, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And right now, they're running out of time.
He hasn't been his best this quarter.
To the middle, and stolen by Noel.
What is on the basketball?
Westbrook against Lillard. Dedmon with the block, and they're able to recover. Portland grabs the miss. Dedmon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside to the wing on the left. Here's A-Train. 16 points for him. Misses off the right eye.
And just not able to find the target from 3-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Got a hand on it.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. This is a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind, floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. McCollum against Phil. Kicks it to Westbrook. Over McCollum. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Westbrook.
If you thought the D was going to tighten up on it here in the second quarter, think again.
Westbrook against Lillard. Launches a 3. That one's not going to go. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With a big part of the season now behind us, you are a serious Rookie of the Year candidate. How much motivation does that give you?
You know, it'd be a dream to get my hands on that trophy, DA. For all the love that the fans have given me this season, I mean, it would be huge to pay them back with some hardware. So
thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A-Train has been sensational.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally defensively. That didn't happen.
Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Nurkic, and it's A-Train in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Out to the right wing. Grant outside. Westbrook against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Damian Lillard. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 9th in free throw percentage. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. To the wing right side. Here's A-Train. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Trailblazers leading by 4. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of his roster.
Yeah, you talk to the players on his team, Kevin. They believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes. And he's up front with them. Playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
Grant in the post. He's covered by Aminu. Outside for George. Kept alive. And at last, they get one to fall. George has got 11 points. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And when McCullough's got it going, you got to keep getting him the rock. An incredible player who continues to get better.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 7-point differential. Outside, George. Here's the pass to Grant. Right wing. Here's Westbrook. Can't hit from the low block.
Yeah, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Thunder trailing by 7. Passes to Llewellyn. He kicks it to Grant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Shoots from the right block, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call, Portland the foul. For Oklahoma City, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Plumlee is checked in for Aminu. Stauskas comes in for McCollum, and Baldwin subbed in for Damian Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Pass to Baldwin. Here's A-Train. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Swanigan's checked in. Here's A-Train, defended by George. And the pass to Stauskas. Here's A-Train. Portland again missing.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. McCollum's checked in for Portland. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Nerlens Noel checks in for Grant. Pass to A-Train. And George hits the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the NBA's scoring leaders since the All-Star break. We take a look at the A-Train, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Russell Westbrook, another guy who can get a lot of points, top 5.
And check that out. These two guys have settled into a tremendous rhythm here, scoring the basketball since the break.
And he gets the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
But there isn't much this fella can't do, and just to prove it, he goes to the fake.
And here's George for three. And it's Portland with the rebound.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
Cullen passes to A-Train. Down low. Patterson, that's good.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
A-Train, the pass to Plumlee. And stolen by Noel. On pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Helmet. Here's A-Train. Pass to Swanigan. Takes it to Stauskas. 6 to shoot. Here's A-Train. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass. Play the role of the facilitator.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Plumlee. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Felton's checked in. Here's Stauskas. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Dedmon passes to Swanigan. Lays it up off the glass. Swanigan's got 6 points. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
Yeah, that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here's George. There's no foul. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I can tell you what it's like, football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Here's Stauskas. Here's A-Train. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. A-Train's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City.
But just watching the progression of C.J. McCollum year to year has been astonishing. He came into the NBA with little fanfare, but now he's one of the league's top shooting guards.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
A-Train, the pass to Stauskas. Here's A-Train. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And with McCollum, he is the complete package on the offensive end.
I mean, he could take any defender one-on-one, and with a little bit of space, he could take over the game. He's a great shooter and fantastic facilitator. I mean, if you ask around the league, they'll tell you that McCollum is one of the toughest guys to guard in the league.
Here's A-Train. He's covered by Noel. And stolen by Noel. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Trailblazers trail by 4. A-Train, the pass to Collins. Over to the left wing. The 3 ball. And that's good for 3 points. A shot from A-Train. A-Train's got 5 points now this quarter. For Oklahoma City, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. George looking around, takes it from 10, and there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 5th rebound in this one.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Nobody near George. Offline with his 3. Lillard, the pass to A-Train. The dish to Desmond. Now the pass to A-Train. 5 to shoot. And here's McCollum for 3. He can't get it to go. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Abrinas. He is guarded by McCollum. Abrinas kicks to Felton. Pass to George. Now here's Noel. On pass to George. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. McCollum outside. Step back shot. That one off the back iron and out.
He lets the D off the hook right there. I mean, if they let him get that open again in that spot, they'll get burned.
Felton attacking. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Intercepted. A shot by Lillard, wide open. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters.
It's all tied in Portland. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. And Oklahoma City, look at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. They've got Felton. Grant is out there with Noel. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Luwawu in at the 2-guard spot. Under trailing by 3. Felton kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Passes to Noel. Over Dedmon. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
But yeah, using his size. That's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups. Make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
To the paint. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for that matchup against the Nets, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
No good from Grant. Portland leading. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's A-Train. Second chance effort. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. A physical big man. He makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
And with Jusuf Nurkic, the Bosnian center, he's so aggressive on the floor, he can be a fantastic player.
And fans always want more from Nurkic. I mean, they see the flashes of what he can do when he's active and aggressive. Nurkic himself knows that this is the case with him. It's something he's trying to iron out.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Felton the pass to Luwawu. Back to Felton. He kicks to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's A-Train. Knocks it loose. Taken away by Felton. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. No good that time. Some solid defense from Lillard. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. For those just joining us,
Really?
fourth
Gonna
quarter
bring your
here,
man
we're just
forward?
over 2.5 minutes into it. Fires the 3, and another 3 for Portland.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Westbrook, no good.
Some tough D in the paint. Get between him and the bucket and stopping the easy.
Lillard misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside, Felton. Pass to Westbrook. Over Dedmon. And it's Westbrook again missing. Portland leading by 6. Here's A-Train. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. A-Train's got 16 points here in the second half. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Felton kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Back to Felton. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Westbrook double team. Grant gets a wide open look. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Minu finds Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Our timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams, but he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Stauskas is checked in for the Trailblazers. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. George is checked in for Raymond Felton. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him, he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a three-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Grant the pass to West. George with the ball. Shoots a fader. Portland grabs the miss.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happens.
Lillard from outside. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
Here's Luwawu. Outside Westbrook. And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Thunder trailing by 14. Westbrook kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. The pass to George. And then George with the jam!
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. To the wing on the left. Here's Lillard. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to Westbrook. Here's Luwawu, covered by Lillard. And George kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Back to George. It's stolen by Stauskas. He dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Stauskas. Passes it to Lillard. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And he makes that one. And it's 9 points for Nurkic.
Not just an interior threat, the in-between jumper. I mean, Nurkic possesses is often right on the money, too.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, A-Train.
Hey, Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. George, that's a two-pointer. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And Lillard kicks to McCullough. Lillard, the pass to A-Train. 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. George with the ball. Now guarded by A-Train. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Paul George. Lillard looking around. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to George. Pass to Luwawu. And here is Grant. Right side Westbrook over Lillard. Nurkic with the block.
Defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for A-Train.
He had those defenders shaking their heads. There were times when they thought they had a handle on him. And then just like that, he'd go off on another tip.
Cullen passes to A-Train. 4 on the clock. With the fadeaway. The rebound by Grant. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 13. That one falls.
Hey, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. Fires the three, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's...